Hello and welcome to another episode of the Electric Innovations Traveling Blog. I'm Mats and this is Robert.
Hello.
Now, I'm sorry about there have been a bit of uneven episode frequency lately, but that's simply because we have spent this weekend on a cabin and well, it's been a disastrous weekend, to be perfectly honest. We both have gotten seriously ill and COVID. We're now going home. We've just been in bed almost all of the week. So I'm a lot better now. You're a bit.
I didn't get it so
hard.
I think maybe.
That's true.
Knock on wood. We don't know who was infected first, but yeah, it's been easy. It's been chill.
Yeah. And there's been no internet on the cabin, or it's been crap. So I haven't been able to upload episodes. That's why I upload all of them when I get back home. Thus the hole in the program, as it was. daily routine. But now we're going home. We're ending this, well, slightly disastrous holiday.
The days in Berlin was nice.
Berlin was
except
nice.
for the heat.
And the traveling and the cars and the autobahn was okay.
And the Scandinavian park.
Yeah, nice. It's just a big mall with alcohol. It's nothing
Cheap
nice
alcohol.
about that. It's just there.
Cheap alcohol.
But so we haven't been able to do anything. That's why we haven't made a video about the cabin either. It was an okay cabin. It was an okay campsite, all in all.
Yeah, it had some faults.
It did.
Lack of mobile signals, things. That's the things. Policy of the camping. Yeah.
But most of them, well, all in all, pretty okay.
Yeah.
And now we're going to, I think we're going to Køge.
Go to Køge.
Charge up, we have 48%. I think we'll get home with, I really don't know, 3 charge stops, you think? 2 maybe?
1, 2, 3, yeah.
How many do we have? We have 1 through Sweden, didn't we?
We'll have in Køge, and then I think we'll have one in Halmstad, the new supercharger location there.
Yeah.
And then in Tanum, because even though we have COVID, we have to do some groceries.
Yeah, at least a little bit. So just run through the shop.
This one is back.
Here we are again. The car now says we're going to Storebælt and Kungälv and then home. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But at least we'll be 2 stops. That's fine. Now we'll have coffee and some, maybe a bit of food. I had some breakfast. I have 11 coffee today. So let's plug it in and do its thing. So off we go. 73%. Wasn't the longest stop in the entire world. I got some coffee. Robert found something to drink. It says we're gonna arrive at home at, what was it, 14:45 or something like that, like a bit before 5 o'clock in the afternoon, which is nice. Not too late. It now wants to take us to the supercharger in Melbystrand. I don't know if I want to go there. I don't remember where it is, but I think it was in a bad place.
No. Yeah.
So we'll see where we are. I think maybe I'll have some food when I get there, because I wasn't hungry this time, so it was just, I didn't want to sit and wait too much for the car. Now we're at this brand new, relatively new supercharger. And it's quite nice here. You have a Circle K, you have a big shopping mall, I think.
Yes.
And you have a Max Burger across the road. And it's nice. I would actually rate this a 5.
Colding. The shopping mall closes at what, 8 o'clock, and then it was nothing.
Yeah. Here
you have the gas station.
Yeah, if the shopping mall was open, it was a good one, but when it was closed, like you said, it was, you know.
Here it's something open.
There's nice recharging over there. It's been a few other cars at some superchargers, and that's nice to see. It's nice to see. They haven't created that much chaos either.
No.
I think it's a good thing. But this thing charges so quickly that I have to go. I need some food. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten since we had breakfast before we left the cabin. Oh yes, I was supposed to... We left with, I think we left with 73% or something like that. 210 kilometers. A lot of that, at least since we... both before and after the bridge, is mostly motorway.
Yes, these were opened, in fact, on the 1 month ago.
Oh,
look at that nice color on the Porsche.
Oh, that's Porsche. There is no Porsche here.
There.
Oh yeah, that Porsche. Oh, it's Norwegian as well. Nice.
And he's doing the right thing. He's driving without the roof up.
Yep. Going to Halmstad and then we're going to Tanum.
We are in Halmstad.
Where can we get from Tanum to? Yes, we can, because it's just 270 kilometers. So if we're fully charged, we should be able to do that. Wonderful. That was a half an hour charge stop. Simply because we're going quite a long way now and it's on the motorway, so I just don't want to take any chances. It says we're going to arrive with 14% at Tanum, so then we have a little bit of buffer should something go awry. But I really must say I did like the supercharger. Spacious, easy to get in and out of, plenty of amenities and so on. Off again. We just ended getting some groceries, and as always, this car charges too fast. So now it's 78%. Anyway, for those of you with very long memories, you will remember that we were here in 2019. That we sort of started the first stop of our Europe tour was here, getting some food and stuff for the journey, and that the supercharger wasn't where it is now, and that's absolutely correct, because the supercharger used to be where the construction material shop place thing is, and then that's where they just simply picked up all the V2 chargers and moved them about 50 meters further down, and then put it all together again. That's roughly what it seems like anyway. For those of you wondering, no, we're not really lost. It might just looks like it. It doesn't really matter though. It's just a different route. I guess it's nice for you to see something else than just a motorway as well, isn't it? After all, this is what Sweden looks like. When you're out in the country. In the rain. But I must say the previous run with an average of around 150, wasn't it? And now that's gone, of course. 153. That was mostly just motorway. So we did 273 kilometers. We could have done almost more than 300. I'm just so impressed by this car. It always keeps on delivering. It constantly delivers, and it constantly almost overperforms, considering relative modest battery size and everything.
The only thing it's what we talked about, the heating and the heat pump.
It's sometimes it's a little bit uneven in a way. If you have today, we've had the sun in from one side mostly, and then we had an overcast, and then there's some slight temperature changes. It doesn't always keep up, and so you can end up being a little bit cold. And then you're going from 19 to, or from 20 to 21 degrees, and nothing really happens. And then you have to go up to 22 degrees, and then you get warm. It's a little bit. It's not that it doesn't work. It does. It keeps you cold and it keeps you warm when you need to. But it's not always entirely consequent in its behavior. I noticed the same thing in. I don't remember exactly what car that was. I think it was a Beamer or something. But acted sort of in the same way. I don't know if that's a temp sensor or if it's just the heat pump or whatever it is. It's not a major issue, but it's you notice it every once in a while.
It has been sort of nice to be on vacation, but now it's a little bit good to come home, I think.
Particularly considering the fact that none of us are exactly in tip-top shape. We're not dying or anything. It's not a disaster, but just get home and isolate a few days. It's been a nice trip, even though it's been too warm and all of that. Yeah, but it's been okay. It's been a good trip.
I haven't mentioned it earlier, but it hasn't been that much driving because we haven't done more than 2,700, 600.
Something like that.
So it hasn't been that much driving this vacation, but yeah.
And still almost 3,000 kilometers isn't exactly bad. When you get some proper European asphalt onto this rubber, it's proper quiet and it's comfortable and you have enough power and you have mostly enough range, apart from when you're going mad on the Autobahn. That's really the only place where you feel you're a little bit short. But apart from that, it's mostly fine. When we get back on the cost per mile, and it will of course have gone up since we had our previous trip, because the cost of supercharging will have gone up some places rather considerably as well. But still, it's a lot cheaper than running on fossil fuel, because that's gone up a lot. We're still on cents on the kilometer. I mean, with this car, you have the power of a V8, the torque of a V8 constantly in the power band. You don't have the consumption, you don't have the noise, even though I love a good V8. It's effortless, it's relatively comfortable. It's when it's not on stupid North Scandinavian tarmac, it's very quiet actually, apart from slight wind noise from time to time. The seats are wonderful. There's plenty of space in it. We still haven't filled the car up. I mean, getting close to filling the car up now, but sure I could still find some space in the front or in the well or something if I wanted to. And we have the back seat. So, I mean, so what you're feeling for the vacation? Anything you would have done different? I mean, you can't control the weather and you can't control people get sick. So that had to happen at some point anyway.
Yeah. No, I'm satisfied. We've been to Berlin. I love Berlin. We've been to Weiler. I like Weiler.
How was the campsite, do you think?
Mediocre.
Yeah, I actually tend to agree.
There
I
are
just didn't feel welcome there. I felt
No.
like it was...
the camp. No, we have been to better campsites
Yeah.
in Denmark.
Yeah, I didn't feel like I was very welcome when we arrived, and
The people who owns and are managing the campsite is old, and they are doing things the old way. I feel.
yeah, but they're not very customer friendly. That's the point.
No.
When you come and you arrive as a guest, you don't hurt anyone by giving them a smile and saying hello.
No, and when we asked the lady in the reception, you asked the lady in the reception about barbecue, you just no, that you have to bring yourself. I have never heard that at the campsite.
No, I never seen it either. I mean, I understand that they don't have hundreds of them standing
No,
around, but
of course.
you normally have 3 or 4 of them or something.
Like for instance, last year when we were in Geiranger,
Yeah.
they had what 5, 6
Yeah, something like that, standing around. You can
Yeah.
use them if you wanted to.
when they were vacant, you took it and
Yeah,
put it back.
yeah, and then sometimes
That's-
the neighbor wanted to use it, and that's fine. We
Yeah.
can finish with it anyway.
Yeah.
Apartments, they've got in Berlin. Yes, it's expensive, but it's very nice.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you can find other cheaper hotels, motels, whatever you want in Berlin as well, and B&Bs and whatnot. And the Minted is probably a very expensive part of town too. We've been to other parts of the city which is cheaper, and
Yeah, the Turkish.
Quarter, which is also very exciting in its own way.
And there at the Turkish Quarter, you also have this nice Norwegian restaurant,
Yeah,
Bukshus.
yeah, after the painter,
Yeah.
which also very good food.
Yeah. Not cheap.
Proper, no, not cheap, but proper food. Proper, very small menu, but everything that is made is not. That's
It's
not a
made
half.
with love.
Yeah, that's not half baked in any way, sense, or form. So we were there one Christmas. It was really nice.
But you've been there 2 times.
That's
We
right.
were there at Christmas and we got to talk with this.
Yeah, the
people.
Brits and the Dutch and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
the
fun.
continent.
Yeah.
But I think we were there. No, we have been there 2 times because we were there and when we were staying at the Turkish.
Yeah, okay,
coffee.
that's how it was. Yes, of
And
course.
we returned when we came back to Christmas.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And as you slightly mentioned, we have the wonderful public transport system of Berlin, which is
Yeah.
just second to none. So you can take a train to Berlin if you want, or you can fly down there now to the big new airport. It's finally finished, and live somewhere. You don't need to live very centrally, and you can still get around very easily.
Yeah, you get around everywhere
Yeah,
in Berlin.
yeah.
For very cheap.
Sometimes though the bus driver can stop and just tell you to get off. It's actually happened once to us. Very strange, but we ended up somewhere completely different to where we planned to, and we did discover lots of nice places.
Yeah, we had some very nice food.
We did find some very good food. So you know, that's kind of accidents just end up in an experience. That's why you travel. I mean, some people travel to sit on a beach with a drink in their hand, and that's fine. But I think it's more fun when you do this and things happen, and you don't intend to happen, and then you end up somewhere else.
I've just checked now, and 24-hour ticket, valid in Berlin. The whole of Berlin, included the airport,
Yeah.
costs 10 euros.
10 euros?
Yeah.
That's just... Oh my word, that's so cheap.
But what do you think about Weile? Returning to Weile?
No, it's nice. It's a nice place. I want to explore more of the downtown, more of the shops and the cafes and stuff, because there's a lot of them I haven't been to. I just know they exist, and the pubs and stuff. So I'm sure it's much more there to experience, other than the little cafe. Nothing wrong with it, but
opposite the river.
Yeah.
From Little Cafe, there's a very nice restaurant. I was there and bought some cakes.
Yeah, it's nice.
Nice little city, and I don't think the hotel is that bad.
No, the hotel is fine.
You get what you want. You get what you pay for. You get what you pay for.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with the hotel. That's fine.
But don't expect any.
No, it's a place to sleep. That's what it is.
Don't expect any Hilton or something like that.
No.
And Vejle is also very central, because it's not far to Legoland and some what do you call it, zoos and so on. So it's very central.
Denmark in general is very easy to get around.
Yeah.
It's not all that big. It's not as small as I sometimes can give an impression of, but it's not very big either.
No.
So you can sort of get around it.
How much time did we use? I don't know, to pass through
Denmark on the way down?
No, I don't. To go over feet.
I don't remember. I have to check. Almost home now.
Yeah. Making some dinner.
But I really do hope you enjoyed the traveling vlog of this year's summer vacation trip.
Yeah.
We will probably return next year, possibly.
Next year we're going north.
Normal programming will resume shortly, hopefully. I'm trying to get my hand on the Toyota, but because of a technical issue, they're all grounded. So I can't.
But we have the Renault.
We have the Renault if I can get a hold of it, yes.
And we have the Skoda.
Yes, the coupe thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to talk to them. You're absolutely right.
I have one final question to ask you.
Yeah.
We have been to some superchargers.
Yes.
Which one was your favorite?
The one with the Shell station was a bit too bland, boring. There wasn't nothing wrong with it, but it was, the one with bakery suffers from the same problem that the one.
Which one?
The bakery, where we were 3 years ago.
Oh, Brak.
Brak, yes.
Because we have been to 2 chargers with
yes,
bakery.
but when the bakery is closed, there's nothing else there. It's the same as the new one in Denmark. When the shopping mall is closed, there's nothing else there. The one in Malmö we were in today was nice.
Holmstad.
What?
Holmstad.
Halmstad, yes, that was nice.
I know my favorite.
Was that my favorite though? I don't remember all the superchargers. There's been so many.
Mine will have to be Reinfeldt.
What was that again?
The one when we were leaving Duvenstedt, where we ate breakfast.
I don't remember it.
Coffee, breakfast.
Oh yes, that was very nice. Yes, I agree.
Very good food. Not far from the highway. Free toilets.
Yes. That was also very nice. I agree. The Germans in general do pretty well because the rest stops are so good.
Yeah. If you have something to ask us, please leave a comment.
Yeah.
I hope you have enjoyed this year's traveling vlog. It hasn't been that much traveling maybe, but yeah. We've been to the Spy Museum. I got COVID probably, but that's an experience.
It is. So,
Well, subscribe to the channel, people. Hope you have had a nice summer so far. Keep safe, and we'll talk to you in another video.
Yeah.
Bye.